You've been waiting for this for a long time. Today, we're gonna find out if I can identify someone based on the contents of their fridge. I joked about this a long time ago and you guys took it seriously. You've been requesting it in every Shayne Guesses video. And now, we're finally doing it. 30 of my coworkers submitted an image of the inside of their fridge. I'm gonna be able to look at it and then guess who of these 30 people it is. This is gonna be my greatest challenge yet. I've said that every time. This one, I really mean it. I love food. I don't think a lot about what someone's choices in food or what they stock in their fridge says about them. I think I'm gonna pay particular close attention to drinks. I feel like drink choices say a lot about people. You know? Are you a yerba mate person? Are you a Coke person, a Pepsi person, a tea person? Those are all very different people. Let's begin. Okay, number one. Oh, great setup. I love this fridge. Okay, I love the water filter there. They keep it exactly where I keep my water filter, except they have a nicer one. I love the produce here. The organization is great. They've got ginger. They've got some corn on the cob, some apples. They keep their apples in the fridge. I don't do that. Some milk chocolate up there. A lot of eggs. A lot of eggs. And then LaCroix. They've got a whole section dedicated to LaCroix.
There is a big hint in this.
Really? Ginger, avocado, carrots, ton of carrots. An unbelievable amount of carrots. Strawberries, got some Romano or Reggiano cheese. This person likes dairy. Well, they don't have milk, but they've got other aspects of it. They've got a whole pack of Reese's there in the fridge. Cool. Strawberries. There is someone that we know, that we work with, who is a huge fan of chocolate. So much so that in a programming meeting, or in a big all-hands meeting with everyone, it was asked like, hey, is there anything else we need around the office? Any requests? And this person raised their hand and said, can we get more chocolate? Which is bold and pretty awesome. That person is Josh. Now, I might have been led astray. This might be a red herring, but I'm gonna follow the chocolate here and say it's Josh. Josie.
Cadbury's like the most British brand of all time.
But it's all over the place in America too.
I guess, yeah, but she put that like front and center.
So I'm wrong. I followed the chocolate when I should have followed the brand here. Next up. All right, this is a pretty standard fridge, I think, for a lot of people. Crap ton of bread there. I initially seeing the My Favorite Cocoa, I was like, oh, is it Ian? But there's a bunch of bread there. I believe Ian is trying to be gluten-free right now. Who would keep My Favorite Cocoa right there? There's some Liquid Deaths. I think this person could do some reorganizing, I think. I'm not a big fan when things like aren't, I need to categorize. You know, you got a bottle of water there right next to the Cholula and some I believe that's some teriyaki or soy sauce right there. There's a bunch of, this is an ingredient household for the most part, it seems. This is a little bit of a mess. I am judging this person slightly, but also times can get busy and you can lose track.
More Reese's too.
Oh wow, are those are the like Easter Reese's? Yeah. Those are good. They're heavy though. They're like I bite into them and I'm like, whoa, wow. What is that in that jar? They made a little bit of spaghetti and then we're like, you know what? We'll save the rest of this. I'm just a skeptical person. Whenever a jar gets to be like that, I'm like, I gotta be real with myself. Am I ever gonna use the rest of this? But maybe this person feels different. This person does not commit fully. They've got a half drink orange juice right there, which is good. You shouldn't drink a full one because it's a lot. All right, but a lot of bread.
Shayne takes half a bite of a Reese's egg, half a sip of orange juice. That's too much.
That has been a lot. No, drinking a lot of orange juice is bad for you. It's bad for you because it doesn't have the fiber from eating the orange. Okay? Got some jerkins there at the top.
I think they're gherkins.
Gherkins? Jerkins? They got some jorkins right there. I'll say Gareth. Screw it. Josh. That one was Josh.
Yeah.
He did have chocolate in there. He did have the Reese's.
And you like Smosh.
And he likes Smosh. All right, next up. Whoa. Oh, a mini fridge type of situation. 2 bottles of maple syrup there on the right with some chili crisp and a bottle that they have squeezed to near death. You got some, okay. I'm seeing some interesting brands there on the bottom one. I feel like that's stuff that you'd have to go to like a special market to get. Got a lot of coconut water, some kombucha. This is interesting. I wonder if this is this person's main fridge. I guess it is.
It's a regular fridge, it's just the top, but I cropped out the left.
Oh, okay, the freezer is below it. It's just an interesting shaped fridge, I feel like. And it opens up the opposite way of so many fridges I know. Hemp hearts, chia seeds. This person seems like a bit of a health freak. Kimchi there at the top. There's a lot of interesting ingredients in here, you know, specific things. And someone I know who really has a particular taste in certain things. I'm gonna go with this guess. I'm gonna say it's Damien, but I will say, I feel like compared to when we were roommates, this is a very different vibe from back in the day. There's a lot of mayo, but it's a different kind of mayo now. So we'll see. Show me Damien. It's Damien. Woo! I was not thinking Damien for the longest time on that one. That could be a lot of people, but it does fit. A lot of maple syrup. Damn, Damien. All right, next up. Is this Ian? So someone did a little joke. They said it's all milk. So I only have a joke to read off of, which is milk. The only joke that I can think of is Ian, who there's the unfortunate running joke that Ian really wants to try breast milk. So I'm gonna just say Ian based on that joke. I might be wrong. Olivia's not, oh, damn. I missed that Olivia was on here. I was never gonna guess Olivia. I'm trying to look for anything that would have said it's not Ian.
There's some bougie pickles in the bottom left.
Yeah, no, I could have looked further into this. I don't think it would have helped me, but I think I would have figured out it's not Ian. I was just looking for anything with gluten in it. Well, all right, Olivia. Nice joke. Another standard fridge here, a lot of barks. This is Ian, because I think Ian said he loves root beer. I'm looking for anything. Oh, and there's the coffee filter that I know Ian's particular about his coffee. This has got to be. There's the bread on the top, but it could be like a gluten-free bread. I think because it's in the fridge, that makes me think maybe. I don't know how that works. No, it's not Ian, because that bread there in the middle looks really nice. But someone who's trying not to eat gluten would probably not have 2 different loaves of bread in there. We've got some sort of fruit I can't identify there next to the water filter. Got some mushrooms there. So they got a nice pot of coffee there in the fridge. So we got a coffee drinker. It looks like possibly a fat tire there in the back. Some sort of beer. Got a beer drinker, I think. Bunch of barks. This person likes the bite. This is a good fridge. This is like normal person fridge right here. It's not super organized, but it's not super messy. It's kind of right there. Whew. I'm gonna say, who do I think would drink a lot of coffee? Does Andre drink coffee? That's what's tough. Yeah, I'll say Andre. Why not? Dang it.
I love barks, dude.
I didn't know that you love barks, Alex.
Yeah, because only stock mug in the company fridge.
It's such a travesty.
Yeah.
I have barks in my fridge right now.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Hell yeah, brother.
Look at you. God, it's when I don't guess Alex, it's the most devastating shit on the planet. All right, next up. Okay. This person put a lot of work into this. All right, so this person's a huge f***ing loser. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. Now, this person likes collectibles. This person helped me out a ton on this one. So I'm noticing a lot of different things here. I'm noticing Pokemon, Hello Kitty, Has Been Hotel. There's the other one that's like the popular online comic. There's several. This person's locked in. They've got the Brat record there. Damn, they left every clue. A lot of people at Smosh have this vibe. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. This is just the vibe that a lot of people who work, oh, surprise, a lot of people who work at YouTube have this vibe. This is kind of what you want out of someone who works on YouTube. But I'm gonna say Bailey. Nicole! Damn! Wow. It's good to know that you can talk to Nicole about anything. All right. 805 makes cerveza? I'm learning things from this person.
Isn't cerveza just beer?
I know, but like, they're making a Mexican-style beer. You know what I mean? Like, 805 I thought was just like
Oh, and they have
IPAs.
Modelo's in the back.
So this person likes to have a good time. What is that green capped bottle there at the top? Is that a margarita drink?
Yeah, the margarita mix.
That's margarita mix. This person, this is the fridge of someone who says, hey, I'm about to have 1 million beers and some tzatziki. Did you ask for 1 million beers? Yeah, I did. You got sour cream, you got the tzatziki, you got the what is that at the bottom? The like Asian barbecue sauce there. They got an onion though. And who knows what's in those bowls? Who knows? Nightmares await within the bowls. I'm gonna guess this is either like a Luke, a Gareth, or an Alex Aguilar. I'm gonna go with Luke. Bailey? Bailey? Holy shit, Bailey. I was way off. Guys, I'm way out of my depth on this episode, I think. Bailey. Bailey gets home and suddenly she has a mullet. And she's wearing a trucker jacket and she's like, oh man, today was a rough one. This is insane. Bailey drives all the way home to Texas. Bravo. That's a cool fridge. All right, next. Okay. So this person likes silk a lot. Look at that gigantic thing of butter there at the top. Damn. And they have churned through that cream cheese. I respect when like you have a big container or something and you put in the work. You know, cause like a lot of people they buy it and it's like, hey man, you're not gonna be able to do that. And then some people do. Or maybe that's is that cottage cheese or cream cheese? I don't know. I like their egg setup. It's a pretty good egg setup there. I respect this. I respect how many cartons of milk they bought. And do they also have, no, that's a big water container behind the 2 cartons of silk. They've got cranberry juice down there. Let's see. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. This looks like anyone's fridge. There's a duo here, and I'm gonna say it's Vita and Erin. They share a fridge. I'm gonna go with that. Even though I'm probably way off. Yeah, that's my guess. Oliver.
That was a really hard one.
That was really hard. It's okay. Keep drinking that silk. So much of it. So much of it. Next. That's a fridge. That's a fridge right there.
This is a girl fridge.
There's the only option is girl dinner. Or girl breakfast, which is a Celsius and a piece of melon. A singular blue moon. There's a canned wine in there, which I feel I can use to my advantage. Now, this does make me think this is a very busy person. It's a person who's maybe not home a lot, or when they're home, they're still just doing a lot of work. So they're not keeping a stocked fridge because they're on the go. They've kind of got food that says like I'm on the go because they're drinking so many Celsiuses. If they need to slow down, they have a canned wine or a blue moon. So I would say I'm leaning towards Allie on this one. I could also think this could be Mallory, but I think Mallory would choose coffee over Celsius, or probably both. And Allie probably both. But I would think Allie's a huge fan of those recess drinks. I think those would be in there too. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she only keeps them here at work. It's either Mallory or Allie, I think. Or someone else completely different. But I'll say Allie. It was Mallory.
You're really close.
So brutal. That is so brutal, dude. Whatever. I can't feel too bad. When it comes to this, if I'm even remotely close, I feel good.
No, if you say their name at any point, I'm like, great job.
Yeah, I got it down to 2, and I guessed the wrong one. I should have followed the recess hunch, but that's fine. All right, next. Okay, now that's a Mr. Chai City fridge right there. That you got every kind of drink. Am I f***ing up by not refrigerating my apples? Everybody's got their apples in the fridge. My apples stay good for a long time. I also, when I buy produce, I'm like, I'm eating this within a week. I love this fridge. You know, this is a good fridge for if you're visiting someone and they got this kind of fridge, it feels so good because you're like, oh, I have so many options. They're like, hey, go grab a drink. And you're like, okay, and you're usually expecting like, there's one option. You open up, it's like, oh my God, I can have a watermelon punch, a rumbo. Is that just say rumbo?
It says rumbo.
Rumbo!
It's rum and raspberry.
Oh, a rum raspberry drink. You got Stella Artois. You got multiple kinds of, you got a canned or bottled Stella Artois. You got another kind of beer that I can't recognize. You got 2 different types of Monster, Powerade, a big bottle, a 2-liter of Coca-Cola Zero down there. You got some poop. You got some dried shit. Hey man, go help yourself to some dried shit that I found at the park. They do have hummus. For some reason, I've got it narrowed down in my head to either Gareth or Alex Aguilar for some reason. And I don't think either of them is right, but I'm gonna say Alex Aguilar.
God! Dude, oof. That sucks.
So I haven't gotten one yet. Me doing this bad is the worst thing that's ever happened. All right. This is awful. What are those at the top? Are those like canned? Those are canned wines? And then below that is 2 bottles. A bottle of that looks like something they found in the ocean, and they haven't opened for fear of the curse that's within. A bottle of champagne kept on its side, which isn't that bad for it. I don't know. They have something from Home State at the bottom. Okay, that's the hint. See, the Home State had me going, oh, is it you? But there's alcohol, and I know you don't drink alcohol. Definitely not champagne. No reason to celebrate.
Nothing to celebrate in my life.
Nothing ever to celebrate for you. Damn. So this person, they're living the life of a scavenger. If they're out and about and they get some leftovers, they bring that home. They have that. Otherwise, it's a protein drink and a canned wine for you. Okay, people who I think would have a bare bones fridge for different reasons. Allie, Emily, Luke. I think that's maybe Andre. Maybe Andre would have an empty fridge. But Luke, I think, I would feel like Luke would at least have 1 beer in there. Just 1 beer. That's like the only thing he stocks his fridge with is 1 beer. But Luke is a survivor. Luke's living life like he's in Fallout. He's just like, whatever I can find, that's what I'll live off of. So I'm gonna guess Luke. Because that is a lot of leftovers, and he does love leftovers. And how much do we want to bet that those protein shakes are from The Office?
Have you not seen him
absolutely everything in this fridge is stuff he's found.
Have you not seen him walk out holding like that box from like the All Hands?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay, so we have the evidence right here. I mean, where did he get that? Where did he find that mysterious bottle? That bottle is like not, there's no label on it. Did he go back to the 20s and get that from a bootlegger? And they're like, here, take this. And he's just like, all right, yeah, man, sure.
I have a crazy theory. I think it might be water.
Look.
Like, you know how you go to like an Italian restaurant sometimes and they're like, do you want still or sparkling?
Yeah.
And they're like, are you okay with tap? And they give you that.
And then they give you that bottle and then he took it home.
Yeah.
No, I think Luke went somewhere and he's like, I'm going into battle. And I need your strongest potion. All right, if it's not Luke, I'm upset now. All right, I got one. I got Luke. Leftover man. That show, The Leftovers, is about Luke. Now that's a cool fridge. Damn. Okay, so they have sourdough starter. They're not f***ing around. They have a pitcher and the like, whatever the other thing of water. They have 2 different water containers, a bunch of Diet Red Bulls. They've got some Lynx right there. They got some Stubbs barbecue sauce, a whole thing of watermelon down there. They've got the grapes up top. I love this setup. I'm a big fan of this setup. I think it's really nice. I want to ask this person tips on how they got their sourdough started going and how that's going right now. Okay, I'm impressed. Who drinks a lot of Diet Red Bulls? I just don't pay attention to those types of things. Who would do sourdough starter? People, I think, on this list who would be interested in sourdough starter. I think Lizzie, Monica, I don't know, like, I haven't had enough conversations with her. I would see it. I wouldn't be surprised. Selena, potentially. And Amanda Barnes, I could see that. Okay, I'm down to those. I'm gonna stick to those 4.
They did say the sourdough starter is kind of like new to them, or not new to them, but it's not something they usually do.
Okay. Oh, Amanda Barnes. Andre.
Damn.
Wow. Andre, you got a good fridge, man.
He's getting into bread.
Getting into bread, dude. That's awesome.
So this next person shares a fridge with several people, and they circled the one thing in their fridge.
Okay, so I get to guess who they are based on one item. I think it's gotta be Angela. I don't know when Angela's actually home. I don't know, like, Angela works so much that you could, perhaps there is no home. It's just work all the time because she's booked herself 24/7 nonstop. A lemon makes sense. Nothing makes sense with Angela, but that's my guess. She opens up the fridge. She's just like, it's like, put on your glasses.
Well, have you heard what she does with DoorDash? Well, she'll like order stuff and forget about it.
Yes.
That's crazy.
No, Angela's fully insane. All right, next. Solid fridge. Whoa, what is that at the bottom? That's a cool container. What are those bottles? What is that? The red bottles. Enhance.
So they are. It's a big hint. Gluten-free beer.
Okay.
Actually, it's not as big of a hint as I would want it to be because we do have several gluten-free people here.
Okay, we have several gluten-free people, but what I'm also looking for at some point is the only vegan that I am aware of is Cassie. So even though if I don't get a lot right on this, I could maybe still get the art team, and there's 2 submissions from the art team here. This is looking to me like a vegan fridge, unless I'm missing something. We have pumpkin curry there. We have the almond malk. Like, it just feels very specifically avoiding dairy and meat. It could be Emily, because it is gluten-free stuff as well. I don't believe Emily's vegan. I can't be certain. Just in case it is, I'm gonna follow that. I'm gonna say Cassie, because I could definitely see this being Cassie's fridge.
You're so close. I thought you had it.
Is Emily vegan?
No, but I don't think she's a big carnivore.
All right. I'm curious what Cassie's fridge looks like now. All right, that was Emily. Next up. Whoa. This is trippy. They've got a Dutch oven in their fridge. Wow, they keep a well-stocked fridge with every single type of ingredient there. A lot of almond milk, almond creamer. They've got a lot of capers. Love capers. This is a good fridge. I'm gonna say Amanda Barnes. Nice.
God damn.
Finally got one. I don't know.
Clogged her teeth.
I don't know.
Bro.
I trusted my instincts on that one. I don't know. The Dutch oven, I'm just like,
She be cooking.
I can just see that.
I follow her on Instagram.
Next. Wow, very small. Got really in there. Got some oat creamer there. Got some different drinks. So Spencer informed me that is potentially soy rizo. That's a huge hint here. And then that's Oatly cream cheese down there. So this is, I believe, looking rather vegan. It's looking very healthy. I'll say this one's Cassie. I'm gonna go with Cassie on this one. Okay.
That's probably my favorite fridge, I would say.
This is your favorite fridge.
I think so.
It's very simple and
It's compact. It's clean.
yeah, it's got all you need. Those olives are good for martinis.
Yeah, Filthy's a fun brand.
Yeah, dude. Badass. Next. All right, so this is another person with roommates, so this is their specific stuff, I'm guessing. Okay. So they have some lime juice there, I'm guessing, and then some more juices down there and some cheese, and some Hershey's cookies and cream, and some eggs. Their roommates have a lot more.
I will say it is a very specific kind of lime juice.
What do you mean? Like lime nectar?
Calamansi.
What? I don't know what that is.
It's Filipino lime.
Filipino lime. This goes against what I think I would have thought their fridge would look like. Because I think this goes against their battle station. Their battle station, from what I remember, was extremely particular and organized. This fridge isn't, but they are dealing with a bunch of other people crowding their space, so they only have so much. I might be wrong on this one, but I'll guess Selena. I'll guess Selena here. Nice. So do you like mix that juice or do you just drink it straight?
No, you just drink it.
Nice.
Like out of the carton?
No.
Okay.
No, dude. All right, nice. Moving on. Wow. Well, this person likes labels. This is the most organized fridge out of all of them. This is really cool. It's teetering on serial killer, but not quite. It's just really organized, cool person right now. Okay, now the most organized person I know is Kiana.
And teetering on serial killer.
And teetering on serial killer. She wasn't so busy reading, she'd have to find something else to do with her time. This has got to be Kiana. I mean, it could be other people here, but Kiana makes the most sense for this. Allie makes sense too. I'd say it's either Kiana or Allie, but I just 100% could see Kiana doing this. And if it's Allie, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna walk out of this building. Do not be Allie. Be Kiana. It's like Kiana, what'd you get up to this weekend? That. Show me Kiana.
There she is.
I also go back and look and I'm like, oh, there's a Brat record back there too. All right, next up. Okay. I know. All right, so this is Spencer. There's so much Kickstart down there. Unless someone else drinks that much Kickstart. Yeah, it's you. That's Spencer. So,
No, don't clap.
okay, so you've got a different. You said you like the filthy cherries, but you got Kroger cherries.
Those are the ones I bought, and I was like, I don't like these. And then I went back and found the filthy cherries, but I keep them in my pantry.
Do you? When do you eat cherries like that?
In my Shirley Temple.
You make Shirley Temples at home?
I got grenadine in my
You've got some pretty cool, unique root beers back there. That is the reddest watermelon I've ever seen in my life.
and Gelson's.
You're a beverage fridge guy. Next. All right, that's Allie. This is just Allie. This is the fridge she has under her desk in her office.
Yeah,
I've seen it because you'll be having a meeting with her, and she's like, "Do you want to recess?" And she opens it up, and it's that, and you're like, "I guess, yeah, sure." They are cool though. They're good.
I need to try one again.
I like them. Next. Okay. Hey, Shayne, you suck. Okay. The joke feels only like something Trevor would say. I think this is Trevor's fridge, which is funny because, you know, he's a cook and a baker, and this is a pretty bare bones fridge, but that also makes sense a little bit to me. I'm gonna say Trevor.
God damn
it. Ian, this makes sense though.
I don't think I would have clocked it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one.
It's just a really normal fridge, honestly.
Yeah, pretty standard.
Are those Topo Chicos like bigger than normal?
It's got two different kinds of Topo Chicos.
Is that like a big ass Topo Chico, the lime one?
Yeah. I don't know.
What's he feeding that thing?
I know. All right, next. This could be Trevor. Ooh, no. Ooh, this is either Trevor or Amanda. Actually, I'm gonna say this is Amanda. More so because I think this is the type of fridge. Some of these things in there, I'm like, I think her husband would have in there. I think her husband he's like he has bartending experience. This feels like there's some like aspects of this that I could see being a bartender's fridge. Some interesting bottles there in the back. Could be types of wine. I won't be surprised if it's Trevor, but I'm going with Amanda.
Well done.
Nice. Next. You know what? I think this could be Trevor's. I feel like Trevor's would be an ingredient household, but this is the tough thing. There's a lot of Monster Energy drinks. I don't know Trevor to drink Monster Energy.
And look above the monster.
There's a Kickstart. I don't feel like I see Trevor drinking Kickstart, but I feel like Noah would drink energy drinks. Oh, there's some candy there. But look at the bottom there. There's like ingredients in really nice containers.
Those are some nice looking raspberries.
Yeah, like, I think this could be Trevor. I'm gonna go with Trevor. But if it's Noah, that's cool. Wow. Nice fridge, Noah.
Noah's one of the only other people I see walking around.
I just don't.
We're drinking Kickstarts, like pretty regularly.
Damn, I just missed it. All right, next. Wow. This person puts a lot of work into their fridge. I mean, they've got tons of storage containers. They got a whole Thanksgiving dinner in there. Look at all that stuff. This is cool. I love this fridge. Oh, man. I think it's either Monica or Lizzie. I'm gonna go with Lizzie. Alex Aguilar. I don't know why that's surprising to me. Bravo. All right, next. Holy shit, dude. 2 bottles of soju, some corn, some baking soda, and a Wario. I gotta say, as a joke, this has to be Trevor. Has to be Trevor. There we go. What is this?
Bro, that was his real fridge.
Are you dead serious?
No, I have no idea.
What is this? Where did he take this photo?
I don't know. I don't know if he took it or not. I texted him late last night. I was like, hey, are you gonna send it in a fridge? He was like, oh yeah, give me a sec.
Maybe this is his fridge. Maybe he keeps 0 ingredients. I've heard a lot of like professional chefs and bakers really eat nothing. Like they do not eat like nice food at home. They're making instant ramen. Anyways, next. I don't have a lot to work off of. I have Lizzie and Monica here. I do not know what either of them drink, really. I don't know Monica that well. I've talked to her primarily on Slack when we're, going back and forth designing merch and stuff like that. Have not had much conversations with her in person, so nothing to go off of there. Maybe this is Lizzie. Maybe there's some lore with Dr. Pepper that I'm unaware of, and I'm gonna follow that and say it's Lizzie. Lizzie with the pumpkin. And there's more pumpkin. Well, we're only a month and a half away from this finally making sense. I guess we are getting close to fall, Lizzie's time of year, but she never leaves the pumpkin patch. It's pretty depressing when the pumpkins die and she just has to stand there waiting for new ones to grow. All right, next. This is a good fridge, solid fridge here. Got some natty light right there. That says everything about a person. So I guess this is Monica. And some bottles of wine. It's a good fridge. This is a standard, actually, no, I'd say this goes beyond. This is a really well-organized fridge. A lot of fresh produce. I'm a big fan of this one.
It's really clean.
It's very clean. A lot of good stuff in this. Huge fan. All right, Monica, way to go.
Well done.
Okay, so we have some Stellas. Got some fresh produce. We've got some cold brew there. Got some Toll House cookie dough. Got a Poppy. That's the hint I needed. The only person I know who's drinking Poppy is Erin. So I think this is Erin and Vita. Rock on. All right, our last one. I know who it is. This is a fridge here in our office. Are there really 2 Budweisers in that fridge?
Do you remember them?
Yeah, I bought those Budweisers. I didn't realize we still had some here. I gotta go drink them right now. Courtney sent this photo.
Yeah.
There it is.
Wow. Wait, go back and look at all the dead bugs.
Oh, shit. Disgusting.
It's okay, nobody actually uses that fridge.
Oh, awful. That was really hard. I finally met my match. Looking at the inside of someone's fridge, I can't guess who they are. But I tried, and I learned a lot about my friends. And so did you. So I hope you had a good time. Let us know what other types of things you want me to guess my friends based off of and see if I can pull it off. Let me know what the contents of your fridge look like. What are your prime ingredients or products that you keep stocked at all times? Are you a no ingredient person, or is your fridge empty, or is it well stocked? Let us know down below. We'll see you later. Goodbye.